This is CES MMA.
We're back at Twin River Casino. Classic Entertainment and Sports presents Gold Rush, live mixed martial arts. And right now you're taking a look at the heavyweights about to tangle in the cage. This one's going to be a lot of fun. And right now you're taking a look at JULIANO Coutinho, 3-1 with 2 knockouts, fighting out of Cape Cod, Mass. The big Brazilian from the Cape Cod Fighting Academy, 25 years of age, making his Twin River debut tonight. And it's been that kind of a night for the first-timers here at Twin River. Tom Egan won his first bout here at Twin River, and so did Charles Rosa. And JULIANO Coutinho trying to make it a perfect 3-0 for the new guys here in Lincoln, Rhode Island.
Well, it's funny. JULIANO has a very extensive background in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He's a very highly regarded, not only Jiu-Jitsu practitioner, but he's a phenomenal instructor as well.
Tipped the scales over 260 pounds yesterday, had 30 pounds on Eric Bedard, his opponent, who's about to make his way to the cage. So
that's what his nickname the Banana is for.
I never knew why they called him that.
No one knows. It's a mystery. It's like, I think the 8th mystery of the world is why they call him Banana. And that's how I'll be referring to him the whole fight.
All right, Coutinho about to make his way inside the cage. Again, 3-1 with 2 big knockouts. He has won all 3 of his fights within the first minute, so he has not exactly been a distance fighter, nor has he had to be. We'll see if that changes against Eric Bedard. He KO'd Jason Doloff in 39 seconds in March of 2012, and then 3 months later in June knocked out Arthur Mullen in 58 seconds, so barely gone past the opening minute of a fight.
His loss comes to a very good fighter in Pat Atwood, I believe is who it was.
Pat Bennett, Bellator,
yeah.
Bellator veteran, M1 veteran as well.
So.
And there is the Banana, brought a big crowd with him from the Cape. A lot of people excited to see him make his debut here at Twin River. Does have 4 pro fights under his belt. Now his opponent, as we're about to see make his way to the cage, a veteran of this stage.
Yep.
Had 2 tough luck losses against
the same opponent.
Against Pat Walsh, rather,
yeah.
Here at Twin River. I think he took one of those fights on very short notice.
I want to say it was same day.
I believe you're correct.
I think Pat Sullivan said that the fight was off. There's a problem with Pat Walsh's opponent, and Bedard wanted to get a little payback for the loss he suffered earlier and took it on about 7 seconds notice. That's God's honest truth. He took it, I believe, same day.
It didn't quite work out for him any better than the first one did, so he did suffer those 2 back-to-back losses. Came back in June and knocked out Robbie Roberts in 15 seconds, so hasn't exactly had a lot of cage time since the loss to Robbie Roberts, or rather to Pat Walsh.
The key to victories for both fighters tonight is going to be to fight your game plan. That sounds pretty rudimentary, but in actuality, it's steadfast. Banana's going to look to maybe play with the striking a little bit, but let's be honest, his forte is the ground game. He's going to look to try to get Eric down, ground and pound him, and quite possibly submit him. Now, Eric, on the other hand, he needs to throw his hands. He needs to stay at distance and really test JULIANO's chin. We'll see how it goes, but to be honest with you, I see the fight being Banana trying to close the distance, very similar to what we just saw with the Rob Sullivan fight.
We've heard a lot about Coutinho's ground game, despite the fact that he has those 2 knockouts.
He's a highly decorated. He's fought in the Pan Am Games and won them. If you look at his corner, you're going to see Daniel Gracie in his corner as well. You know, that's who he's trained under. He owns a school in Hyannis, which is the, I believe it's Juliano Continental Jiu-Jitsu.
All right, here is the tail of the tape. Eric Bedard weighing in at 239 pounds yesterday, 5-3 with 3 knockouts, fighting out of Gillette's MMA in East Providence. And JULIANO Coutinho, 3-1 with 2 knockouts, tipped the scales at 263 yesterday, fighting out of Cape Cod, Mass. Let's send it down to Bill Carpenter for the official introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Miller Lite bout. 3 5-minute rounds in the cage. Heavyweights. Your referee is Kevin McDonald. Introducing the red corner. He's wearing solid black trunks. This heavyweight weighed in at 263 pounds. He has been a winner in 3 of his 4 professional bouts with 2 knockouts and 1 submission. representing the Cape Cod Fighting Alliance, here is Juliano Banana Coutinho. His opponent across the cage to my right, fighting out of the blue corner, is wearing black trunks. He tipped the scales at 239 pounds. A winner in 5 professional bouts with just 3 losses. He claims 3 knockouts and 1 submission victory, representing Gillette's MMA and fighting out of East Providence, Rhode Island. Introducing Eric Lucky Strikes BEDARD. 3 5-minute rounds, heavyweights.
All right, the heavyweight's about to let it fly. Scott, round number 1 between Eric BEDARD and Juliano Coutinho, I believe as Bill Carpenter pronounced it. Or should we just say Banana?
It's going to be Banana for me all night. There's the lead inside leg kick by Banana. Fine in the distance.
Again, as you pointed out earlier, Bedard, the striker, wants to keep this one standing up.
There you go. Banana shoots right underneath the strikes, looking to take him down off the cage.
Good luck with that. Banana takes him down as we speak, 30 seconds into the opening round. And this is where he does his work, Scott.
Yeah, this is where he's at his best. He's a very strong grappler. What you're also going to see is, using your word of the night, the methodical. Banana will be he's got good wrist control, like you just saw through a short elbow. He's not going to, spaz out of control or do something methodical, direct, 1 step at a time. Very relaxed in there.
And realistically, Scott, he's got 30 pounds on Bedard. That has to be a factor when he's on top of him.
You know what? He had 30 pounds on him yesterday. I guarantee you he's got more than that now.
You see the struggle for Bedard.
Now, with Bedard being pinned up against the cage, it's very tough. Banana gets mount. That was very quickly done, well executed. And now he's just going to take his time and pick his shots. He's not rushing. Similar to what we saw with Tom Egan earlier tonight. Banana's reaching over now. He's securing an arm. He might actually... I thought he's throwing some short elbows. I thought he was going to secure an arm bar. Nice job by Eric to try to walk the fence and use that to get off. You see where Juliano has his feet right underneath Eric's lower back. It's almost like he has him in guard from the top.
Make no mistake about it, this isn't just a big guy asserting his will. There's a lot of technique involved in what Banana's doing here.
Absolutely. And you can see where right now he's looking to grab his arm. Banana has it under, he's grabbing his arm. He was just told, I believe, don't grab the glove. And he's doing that. And he's going to try to stretch out and isolate an arm right here. Quite possibly for an Americana. But he would step off the mount to do so. More than anything else, Banana's just trying to isolate an arm and throw punches and elbows down on him. Very dominant position. Taking his time. The onus is on Eric to get up. Or how much punishment you want to take. Also, even though there's there is not a lot of activity going on right now, you will not see Kevin McDonald stand these guys up, not when somebody's in the mount.
Oh, and Coutinho certainly showing activity. Nice job by Bedard.
Eric's trying to get out the back door, and he does. Eats a knee on the way up by Juliano. Banana comes right back inside, looking for that takedown.
Ate the knee and then ate the right hand on the way up as well.
And he's right back down again. Well, great job of getting back to his feet, but Banana did a nice job with that knee on the out.
That's a lot of weight hitting that canvas, and you can hear it from here. Another big takedown by Coutinho.
That wasn't thunder and lightning outside.
1:45 to go in round number 1.
Eric's doing a good job keeping his leg inside. Juliano passes to side control. Tough position now. Juliano's very heavy in that position. Applying a crossface with an underhook, maintaining the position. Stepped over the crucifix. He's isolating that arm. He's going to bring that other arm, bring Eric's right arm all the way out. Immediately to mount, Juliano goes. Eric's doing a pretty decent job of trying to defend that crucifix. I think there's an arm bar coming. You might see Juliano lock the arm and fold back. You see how he methodically moves something out of his way. It's in his way. He doesn't shove it out of the way. He goes, no, I want to move you over here a little
He's
bit.
basically posing Bedard like an action figure, just taking one arm and moving it.
And that's how relaxed he is. When you have this kind of confidence in your ground game. Now he's raining down punches. Bedard's going to need to do something before Kevin steps in, the referee.
I agree.
He's defending. I'm giving him credit. He's defending.
He's defending, but eating some tough ones as well, some lefts and rights.
He's a 280-pound man if he weighs an ounce right now. Short elbows.
Bedard, to his credit, still hanging in there.
Absolutely, defending pretty well.
Most fighters would not survive that kind of barrage
It
from
looks
Coutinho.
like, I can't see it from this angle, but it looks like Banana's trying to isolate that arm, step over for an arm bar maybe. He's in S-mount now, which is a very strong position. He's going to fold one arm through the other. Short little elbows, and he goes back to regular mount.
10 seconds to go. A tough first round for Eric Bedard, to say the least.
Juliano's looking for that. He almost has that Americana. He's going to try to rip that over, and then changes his mind for a strike at the end of the round.
Well, Bedard hangs on through round one, but a very dominating, convincing round for Juliano Coutinho, as good as advertised, Scott, here in round number one. And a rare distance fight. This is a second round appearance for Banana. You don't see that too often. Bedard appears to be cut over that right eye.
It looks more like an abrasion than a cut. What I mean by that, it's like he burnt himself on it. It's not bleeding, it's not open. The corner doing a good job.
You're right, they're just trying to get that swelling down more than anything, so there really is no cut there. I spoke too soon. I thought he might have had a cut over the right eye.
I can see what you were talking about. I think it's an abrasion line.
You wonder if Bedard maybe took Coutinho's best in that opening round. He took some pretty tough shots, Scott, toward the end of that final minute, and he stood up to it, or at least laid down to it and survived.
He certainly did. He survived the round. That's definitely a win. It could be quite possibly a 10-8 round for Juliano, to be honest with you. I didn't see Eric do very much. That, everything was off his back, and he defended the entire round.
We'll see if Bedard can stand his feet in round two and use his striking to his advantage.
Oh, he just hits him with a big right hand. Now he's laying it down on him.
Bedard turns the tables with that big right hand.
He's letting him up. He's standing him up. He's saying, get right back to your feet.
Well, he knows where his bread and butter is.
Now Juliano shoots right back in. Eric sprawls. He needs to swim under that underhook and stand him up. Get off that cage. Nice takedown by Con. That's how Banana he chain wrestled that. Off the cage, dropped down to the knee. It's a great right hand by Bedard.
A momentary confidence booster for Bedard, but once you let him back on his feet, Scott.
When a guy's that good on the ground, you don't want to fall into his trap down there. Well, we got somebody bleeding. I think Juliano's got a cut. Now, Juliano has him crucifixed right here. This is a horrific position if he starts trying to rain down elbows. Right now, Juliano could pin that far arm and just start driving elbows with his left arm. So,
Coutinho is bleeding from the head, Scott, so.
Yeah, I thought I saw that on the out. It might have been that right hand early or that barrage of punches. Now you got Juliano basically trying to turn. I don't know if he's going to go north-south on him. Eric goes north-south and makes that happen. Safer position. There is a choke, a north-south choke from here Juliano can go for, but it doesn't look like he's attempting that right now. He's actually stepping over. Watch for the arm bar. It looks like he might try to step over for an arm bar here. Juliano setting that up. He's trying to grab it. You see how methodically it's slow for sure, but he's controlling him.
Very relaxed.
It's not that Eric isn't trying to get out. It's that Juliano's making it very, very tough. Holding good position. Look at how quickly he just assumed the mount again.
Cool, calm, and collective for Banana here in round two. Despite the cut, Scott, no sign of panic, just doing what he does.
You won't find that from him. Juliano, Banana's not gonna panic. He's been in these positions before. And you gotta remember something. This is a highly decorated jiu-jitsu practitioner. He's used to working this hard for 10-minute rounds. Eric's going to use the cage to buck him over. Juliano's eye's closing up a little bit. That right eye looks to be cut and closing. Right now, Eric, believe it or not, is fairly well protected. He's deep enough into that where his face is on Juliano's chest, so he's not going to suffer a whole lot until Juliano postures up. And when he does posture up, that's when you're going to see Eric explode and try to roll him over. Nice elbow there. I think that was the solid one. First one was kind of a grazing elbow. Banana's trying to, there's your buck and rolling out the back door again. Now we're up. You can see that eye closed.
Now
Shoots
Bedard,
right in again.
has to attack that eye.
He has to fight this takedown off is what he has to do. He has to get right back up. Obviously, you can see Juliano does not want to stand up with Eric. And there's nothing wrong with that because that's the strength of Juliano's game.
And why not? If you can take him down as easily as he's making it look, why not go for a takedown?
Win the fight.
Absolutely.
That's the game. It's not win the fight by punches. It's win the fight by takedowns. It's win the fight. Eric, to his credit, doing a phenomenal job surviving every barrage Juliano puts on him from the ground. Juliano's going to pass over and step over the mount again. That was a solid left hand to the face.
You can feel that one from the press box.
Eric needs to turn in. Now Juliano goes knee on belly, trying to throw some punches in. Eric gives up his back. Not a great idea, but it's what he needed to do to get off that knee on belly. Now he needs to explode up and turn into Juliano. He needs to explode up and turn inside. Reverse elbow here would be good. He knew that was coming. There was too much time. He waited too long to do anything.
Hip toss by Coutinho gets him right back down.
And you can see what Banana did. He methodically waited. What are you going to do? Which direction are you going to go? And when nothing happened, he initiated.
And you're right. If he takes his back here, it could be all she wrote for Bedard. 39
well, there's 40 seconds left in this round. Like you said, 35 seconds left
Still
in this round.
Still a lot of time.
And I think if Eric just does something to defend, he'll survive this round. He's losing this fight, but he's in it.
No question.
Now he hooked that leg. You almost had that leg hooked for a reverse. Banana's going to step through and try to pull that arm. And Eric did a great job by grabbing his own arm and pulling Banana's leg inside so he couldn't stretch that arm out. A couple of strong hammer fists. A couple of those to the back of the head. Not on purpose, of course. It's just, you throw your punch and your opponent moves. That's the round.
Round number 2 in the books. It's been all Juliano Coutinho here, Scott. But I agree with your point. Bedard very much in the fight. It's like in baseball. Some teams when they're down 8-0 have no chance. Teams with power have that chance. Bedard has the power, as he showed. One punch can turn it around. Look at that cut on Coutinho's below the left eye, the right eye rather.
Não tenta botar ele para baixo sem bater. Solta soco antes de você entrar que você vai botar ele para baixo fácil, tá? Eu quero ter o cotovelo do lado da cara dele para pegar aquela americana.
Okay, what you're hearing, and this is what I'm taking from it, is you're hearing his coach, Daniel Gracie, tell him when he gets top mount, go from mount to side and attack the Americana.
And of course, don't stand in front of Eric Bedard. It's the last thing you want to do when you have a 2-0 advantage. You don't want to get yourself in a position where one punch can change the entire fight. Bedard has the ability to do that.
If I was in Bedard's corner right now, my thoughts to him would be, as he comes in, throw a knee. Either back up or air uppercut, but every time he pulls in, throw a knee. You're going to hit the ground. He's not stuffing the takedowns. Make him pay for it.
Round number 3 in this heavyweight battle.
Nice job by Bedard.
Bedard has to let those hands fly. He flips a couple of nice jabs.
Left hook, right cross is there. Needs to throw him in combination. There's the right uppercut.
Clearly has the edge in stand-up, Scott. He's looked very comfortable on his feet.
Nice 1-2, both fighters. Nice jab by Juliano there. But this is where Eric seems more relaxed. Look, the second he loaded up the right hand, Juliano shot in.
And we didn't see that knee that you talked about. He stuffed him, or rather just shot in there for that
Eric
takedown.
loaded up the right hand. In this particular situation, I would have been looking more at backing up, trying to bring Banana to me while establishing my hands. But every time you throw a punch, you try to sit on a punch, Juliano's going to shoot in. Banana's going to drop levels and shoot in.
This fight has been all about which fighter can execute his game plan the best, and clearly that's been Juliano Coutinho through these first 2+ rounds. Bedard, like you said, has looked good on his feet, but just hasn't been on his feet enough.
It's very true, and you look and see what happens. Obviously, he's the superior striker, you know, and you see what happens with Juliano. Did a great job establishing the jab at the end, but he's just being outstruck. So why sit there and try to say that, you know, oh, you want to punch, I can punch. He immediately goes to where he's at his strength.
He has nothing to prove by trying to trade with him at this point, especially when he has the edge in rounds.
No.
Better off going to where your strength lies, and that's where he is right now with 3+ to go in the third and final round.
Bedard's not suffering a lot of punishment here. He's not, you know, he's being dominated. You can see the knee across the left arm of Bedard that's isolating it, but he's not getting cut up.
The funny thing is, when this one's over, you'll think one guy lost. That may very well be the guy who won the fight when you look at Coutinho's face. But again, like you said, he's overwhelmed Bedard.
No, he's a superior grappler, and you can look from this particular position. Juliano's left knee is immediately in Eric Bedard's hip, holding that position, controlling his hip. His right is above high, isolating that arm. It's great position. Now, when Eric bucked off, Juliano's left leg went completely flat, staying heavy, staying on. He's grappling to perfection at the moment. He's just not. He's not setting up a finish. I think Kevin McDonald's stepping in to make sure Eric's still in the game. There's a couple of short elbows. Eric again is going to look to walk the cage and buck Juliano over. Now, we just saw for the first time, Juliano raise his head to move those legs off. He's using his head as a third arm. And again, they're basically in Juliano's corner. They're in Banana's corner at the moment, and he's being coached right now by Daniel Gracie exactly what to do.
A minute and a half to go. No chance for Bedard in this position if he can't get this fight back to his feet.
He needs to buck over right now. He really needs to push off that cage and try to vault over and cause a scramble.
Need some action.
He's walking. He's getting close to it. Bedard's trying to wrap that leg around Juliano's head. And he goes. This is going to be a tough position, a north-south position. Juliano immediately turns to side control, starts putting it down heavy now. Eric needs to scramble to his feet.
Final minute.
Now, of course, his corner's telling him, don't let him out. Grind him out, don't let him out. Bedard is doing a great job of trying to get up, but Banana's doing a fantastic job controlling him. Right here, a short knee would be good and bring him back down, but Banana's just kind of surfing him is the word you'd use.
There's hammer fist raining down. Coutinho just staying active, closing out this fight in style. It's really been an overwhelming performance from the opening bell.
Yeah, you know, Juliano's been in control for the majority of the fight. Eric's done his very best from the ground. It's just not enough against a superior grappler.
Final 10 seconds, and as it appears, Coutinho will approve to 4-1. That's all she wrote. This one's over. A valiant effort by Eric Bedard, but just too much from Juliano Coutinho on the ground.
Yep.
And we heard so much about the wrestling ability, the jiu-jitsu, the grappling of Juliano Coutinho. We saw it all on display tonight in just 3 rounds against Eric Bedard. But of course, like you said, Bedard, when he was on his feet, that's when he was at his best and clearly his most comfortable.
He dropped a 280-pound man with a straight right hit.
Just didn't have enough of that opportunity.
No one didn't allow it. Banana didn't allow it to happen either, you know. So
exactly.
It was a good fight. I think Banana fought exactly the way he wanted to, how he intended to get this win.
And when you're 263 pounds and have that kind of wrestling ability, you can fight the way you want to fight most often than not.
Absolutely.
And Coutinho came in here tonight and did just that against Eric Bedard. But again, a very game, valiant effort from Bedard. No shame whatsoever in that.
Not at all.
Sent him to the ground with that big right hand, cut his opponent. And it's funny, Scott, you look at their two faces, you might think Bedard won the fight.
He won some of it.
That's why you got to watch it, correct. And with that said, we're going to send it down to Bill Carpenter for the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, having completed the scheduled distance of 3 5-minute rounds in the cage, let's go to the judges' scorecards for your official decision. Judges Avery, Cordero, and Barker all see the fight exactly the same way, scoring 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision, Juliano Banana Coutinho.
As expected, Juliano Coutinho wins it unanimously, 30-27 on all 3 scorecards. No surprise by the judging whatsoever. He dominated this fight from start to finish. And once again, Eric Bedard had his moments, especially in that second round when he dropped Coutinho with a big right hand. But at the end of the day, it was Coutinho's overwhelming size and strength and wrestling ability, keeping that fight on the ground, staying active, and preventing Eric Bedard from taking the fight back to his feet where he wanted it. And that's why he is now 4-1. Bedard, for all his efforts, drops to 5-4. Another great fight in the books. We'll be back with more at Twin River Casino.